While meeting with business leaders in the Middle East today, President Trump announced India had offered to eliminate tariffs on the United States as part of a potential trade deal. If that comes to pass, it could show a significant breakthrough with an important American trading partner. Tessa Bennett joins us in studio with the details. Tessa, what can you tell us?
Manisa, India is one of several countries trying to strike a deal with the president within his 90-day pause on tariff hikes. But some reports out of India say nothing has been decided just yet.
Because India is one of the highest tariff nations in the world. It's very hard to sell into India. And they've offered us a deal where basically they're willing to literally charge us no tariff.
While wrapping up his trip to the Middle East, President Donald Trump announced that India had offered to eliminate all tariffs on the U.S. as part of a proposed trade deal. Trump said the tariffs India has in place on American goods are so high it prevents business from taking place between the two countries.
So we go from the highest tariff, you couldn't do business in India, we're not even a top 30 in India because the tariff is so high, to a point where they have actually told us, I assume you too, Scott, you were working on that also, that there will be no tariff, right? Would you say that's a difference?
The U.S. was India's largest trading partner as of 2024, but India ranks 10th on the list of U.S. partners for the same year. The White House has long been critical of India's tariffs, which includes 70% on autos and 80% on rice, and they've chastised the country for their regulatory requirements for importers.
Indian tariffs are really quite high. The U.S. and others have a legitimate gripe with India that it's hard to get products past Indian tariffs.
India has not yet responded to Trump's claims, and some local Indian news outlets are reporting that nothing has been decided just yet.
So at this point, it's just launching a possibility that he would like to see. There's no reality, and nobody's going to the bank with this.
However, India is one of several countries trying to strike some kind of trade deal with Trump during the 90-day pause on the tariff hikes he has put in place.
If this leads to a reduction of tariffs in some areas, great. You know, India and the U.S. ought to be closer allies.
Despite Trump's announcement of the two countries working together to reach a new trade agreement, he's been publicly critical of tech company Apple and its CEO over the firm's reported plans to source production of US-bound iPhones from India.
I had a little problem with Tim Cook yesterday. I said to him, Tim, you're my friend. I treated you very good. You're coming in with $500 billion, but now I hear you're building all over India. I don't want you building in India.
The company currently bases much of its production in China, but the need for services in India has reportedly increased because of trade tensions between Washington and Beijing.
Hey, Trump would like Apple to start manufacturing its products, its iPhones and everything else in the United States. That's not going to happen. It's too expensive to build.
Trump made a big move last week in his trade war, establishing a framework for future trade with Britain that would see lower tariffs and open up the potential for more U.S. goods to find their way into the U.K. Additionally, the U.S. and China have agreed to drastically roll back tariffs on each other's products for an initial 90-day period in an attempt to de-escalate the rising tensions between two of the world's richest nations. Trump has imposed a 10% baseline tariff on all goods entering the United States, with his reciprocal measures coming into effect in early July. India stands to face a 26% reciprocal tariff on all of their goods.